Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 a.m. Told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home. Blame myself, I should have known. Destined a place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time.
We return to Hampton, Virginia, the home of Langley Speedway. Just an hour ago, we watched Christopher Shepard hold off Caleb Hunt for the win and contend with Adam Holston for the points lead in the MNS Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour. But now, it's time for the Hudson Autoworks Late Model Stock Tour. Welcome back to the Green Flag Racing Network. My name is Chris Roscoe, Robert McKay alongside, as always, Jordan Blair won a week ago at Richmond Raceway with a dominating run, but Ross Dalton knifed his way through the field on a 14-lap dash to the checkered to finish third after getting his lap back and starting at the tail end of the field.
Yeah, great race we had just about an hour ago. Now, let's see what these late model stock drivers can do here at Langley Speedway. Roscoe, who are you expecting to kind of be towards the front?
Jordan Blair is obviously up there in one of the drivers. He won a week ago at Richmond, dominated that race. Brad Nelson, we saw, was fast in the race just an hour ago, but had some issues. Caleb Hunt finished second to that Christopher Shepard an hour ago. Christopher Shepard also making a start in this race. Adam Holston in that 77 car. He's been fast this race. But one name I don't see, Ross Dalton. A impressive run a week ago and doesn't return this week.
Yeah, interesting not seeing Ross Dalton here on the grid. A little bit unfortunate. He had an amazing run there at the end of the race. Ended up finishing third from, 7th, 8th in 10 laps?
He started last.
Oh, yeah.
He started at the tail end of the field. He got his lap back under that caution and drove up to third place to finish third. And he was fast early in that race, too. He and Jordan Blair pulled away from the field.
He was. All right. Let's take a look at your starting grid here, presented by Slim Chickens. Roscoe, take us through the field.
Jordan Blair put his number 4 on pole position, continuing his run that started a week ago. Adam Baker starts second. The Toyotas make up row number 2. Noah Hubbard, Luke Barnes makes up row number 2. Brandon Willard, Caleb Hunt. Row number 3, Brad Nelson, Christopher Shepard. Row number 4, Justin Miller, Dave Billings. Row number 5, Devin Lyons and Adam Holston make up your 12-car field.
A little bit smaller field than I expected tonight, just about the same as the street stock race. So it'll be interesting to see what these drivers can do tonight.
Yeah, Jordan Blair puts that number 4 on pole position. I expect him to get to an early lead and kind of do what he did last week and just start pulling away.
Yeah,
but those twin Nodas in the second row,
the exact same thing. I would say look out for those twin Nodas. They've been fast all year. Now again, this isn't the official starting grid as you see the field being randomized, but they show a lot of speed and a lot of promise. I would keep my eye out on the twin Nodas of the 4 and the 04 tonight.
Adam Baker starting second. He was towards the tail end of the top 5 last week at Richmond, so he's had some speed in that 22 car, and I think he's starting to make his way towards the front of the field as the season progresses. Adam Baker, we've seen him, he was towards the tail end of the field at the start of this season, and as the season goes on, he's been making his way towards the front of the field, and I think he's going to be a real contender for this race win after being top 5, top 10 at Richmond last week. Pace car goes in. We go green. Jordan Blair, Adam Baker.
Great jump there by Jordan Blair. Here comes the 22 of Adam Baker coming down to his inside. Not going to make it work.
Brandon Willard already using the apron. He sits in 4th position. Luke Barnes falls back to 6th as we single file out.
Yeah, Brandon Willard used that apron all night, all race long, just an hour ago. Not to his advantage, though. Maybe it'll be different here in the late model stocks as Jordan Blair sets the fastest lap, a 15.89.
We're already a second faster than the street stock race just an hour ago. Let's take a look at the tail end of the field, shall we? Adam Holston and Christopher Shepard. Those are your 2 front runners for the points for the M&S Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour. And these 2 looks like they're playing it safe at the tail end of the field as Devin Lyons goes in the wall off of 4.
And Devin Lyons had a really rough race just an hour ago in the street stocks, looking to maybe get redemption here and have a better running here in the late model stocks here at Langley.
Jordan Blair, Adam Baker pulling away a second and a half from Noah Hubbard. And here comes Brandon Willard to the inside. He's trying to make the move.
He gets it done. Brandon Willard up to 3rd.
He's taking Brad Nelson with him. Brad Nelson already up 3 spots to 4th.
Yeah, Adam Baker trying to make something work here on the 4. See the 95 of Justin Miller getting it done on one of the twin Nodas, the 4 of Noah Hubbard. There's the 04 of Luke Barnes right behind. These 2 teammates working together.
2 teammates, Noah Hubbard, Luke Barnes, sitting in the 6th and 7th position under attack from Caleb Hunt in 8th. But unlike a week ago at Richmond, no tire changes, as Brad Nelson sets the fastest lap of 15.8. Back towards the lead, Brad Nelson caught Adam Baker, and he makes the move.
There comes Brad Nelson.
Fast.
Yeah, he's hard charging here. Already on lap 12 of 125. As Jordan Blair sets another fastest lap of 15.8.
Justin Miller gets around Brendan Willard for 4th. Adam Baker using that apron. Where did Brad Nelson come from? He started back in, what, 7th?
Yeah,
He's
I
all the way
believe
up
so.
to 2nd.
Yeah, most positions
using
gained Brad
every-
Nelson.
He's using every inch of the racetrack, hitting the wall off of turn 4. These cars are bad fast.
These are all your drivers tonight. You see, most positions gained is currently tied between Brad Nelson and Justin Miller. But so far, your loser of the race, so to speak, is Luke Barnes and the Twin Odas there in 6th and 7th. The 33 to the
Jordan
inside.
Blair under attack. Brad Nelson wants this lead early.
Yes, he does, and he's trying to make it work. Contact given for the bumper to the inside. Here comes the 33. The 33 gets it done. Brad Nelson is your new leader.
Jordan Blair's not done. He looks to the inside.
He's got him here. Jordan Blair, side by side.
Using the apron. Brad Nelson has the run with the minimal banking, but there is banking. It does change how the car handles.
It does 100%.
And Brad Nelson able to hold off Jordan Blair for your race lead, but Jordan Blair still has the fastest lap of 15.83.
He's not going to let the 33 go that easy. Coming to lap 20 of 125. He dives to the inside.
Hooks his nose in. Has to go to the apron to avoid. Jordan Blair keeps peeking to the inside off the corners. Contact. Brad Nelson goes up the track. Jordan Blair back to the lead, but here comes Nelson with a run.
Here comes the 22.
Side by side, Adam Baker! Here he comes.
This is a not great situation there for the 33 of Brad Nelson as he dives down to the inside of Adam Baker.
Brad Nelson had to back out of that. But here comes Adam Baker back to 2nd. 2 out of these 3 leaders have led so far. But Adam Baker's still looking for that laps led bonus point.
Baker all over the back bumper of the 4. Let's right on board the back. This is on board the back of the 22 of Adam Baker.
There's Brad Nelson looking for any way to get around this 22.
Exactly, with just 99 laps to go. This race is going by quick.
It is going by quick. 25 laps already in the books.
Whoa.
And Devin Lyons!
Oh!
Adam Baker in the wall. Devin Lyons lap car. And these leaders have to take evasive action. Adam Baker chose the wrong way.
Yeah, Devin Lyons
hurt.
That front tire is toast. I think that may be the 24's day. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happens. Oh, hard in the outside wall.
Yeah, hard lick. But the bigger thing was Adam Baker losing all that time he had because of Devin Lyons.
It's
The lap earlier.
Anyway, we'll look at that later. See Devin Lyons very damaged sitting off pit road. See
Dave
the 14
Billings goes lap down.
Yeah, Dave Billings getting lapped down.
He was one of the fastest in the street stock race, so unable to transfer that to the late models, but Brad Nelson's still in 2nd. Brad Nelson's done the opposite. He struggled earlier tonight in the street stocks. And now, here he is sitting second, only half a second back for our leader.
Justin Miller brings it down pit road. And this is the longest, I'm not trying to jinx it, but this is the longest we've gone in this series without a caution thus far. On a good run so far, we may hit that lap 60 rule. If we go 60 laps without a caution, we get a competition caution. We may see that for the first time tonight.
And we might actually hit it. We hit that last week at Richmond. There was a competition caution planned for about lap 45, I believe.
Yeah, that was different. That was for tires.
After that, we saw drivers cranking up the aggression to 11, and we saw contact, we saw rubbing, and we saw spins. Devin Lyons comes off of pit road, 8 laps down. Justin Miller currently in pit road, 4 laps down.
Yeah, the difference with that, though, is those were planned for tires. The lap 60 rule has been in effect since race 1, where if we make it 60 laps on a green flag run, we get a competition caution. So that could be on lap 60, could be on lap 70, could be on lap 80. Depends on where the run starts. So at Richmond, that was planned competition cautions. This is different.
Adam Holston drops 1 lap down. Jordan Blair getting around him easily. And there's only 8 cars on the lead lap. Adam Holston holding up Brad Nelson. That's going to cost Nelson a bit of time. Finally able to get the move done.
Time he needs.
Brandon Willard gets around Christopher Shepard, puts Christopher Shepard as the last car on the lead lap. So this is the battle for last car on the lead lap. Jordan Blair goes around Devin Lyons once again.
Devin Lyons really struggling.
Let's go back to that battle between Christopher Shepard and Brandon Willard. So these two are fighting for 7th. And the next car back is Jordan Blair. And there's Christopher Shepard making the move done. And the next car you saw in the background was your leader, Jordan Blair. So these two are fighting not for position. Yes, this is for a position, but they're not fighting for the position. They're fighting to not be the next car lapped. Because in their mirror, they know the leader's coming up. And here comes Jordan Blair, the Shark. I think that's a fitting name.
Yeah.
Jordan Blair, the Shark.
Yeah, reminds me of that
Jaws
scene.
team plays in the background.
Yeah. Reminds me of that scene, an Alex Brumley quote here. Reminds me of that scene from Jurassic Park where there's the 2 people in the Jeep and there's the T-Rex chasing after you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's your T-Rex.
And there's the 2 Jeeps. Or there's the 2 people in the Jeep.
Yeah, it's the inevitable.
The notice continue to struggles. Noah Hubbard gets past, or Luke Barnes gets passed by Christopher Shepard, is now under attack by Brandon Willard, and here comes the Shark. Too wide! Brandon Willard up the apron!
Brandon's getting desperate, trying not to get lapped.
Where does Jordan Blair go? Both lanes, caution flies, lap 45. I don't see any slow cars on the track.
Could this be the same rule in effect?
There's no tire changes allowed, so
it's lap 45.
It
That's
is
the same lap it was. Asking race control. Competition caution.
Competition caution. Who is race control?
I have a guy I communicate with. He's not actually race control, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, according to the trailer, competition caution lap 45. This is going to be the last one, apparently. So
The last competition caution of the season or of the race?
of the race.
Okay. So I think that that 60 lap rule is tossed in favor of a competition caution lap 45.
Could be. Again, I'm not sure. They may have changed it. I'll get clarification post race.
Yeah, we'll get this squared away so that way we aren't surprised next week if it happens again. That's 45 laps in the books. Jordan Blair led almost every single one. Brad Nelson charged his way through the field, sitting second. Adam Baker had misfortune with Devin Lyons, still able to sit in third. Noah Hubbard sitting fourth. Luke Barnes fifth. Brandon Willard sixth. Adam Holston seventh. Caleb Hunt eighth. Dave Billings in ninth, 1 lap down. Christopher Shepard also 1 lap down.
Are you just listing off the field?
Yes, I did. What do you think I was doing when I just listed a bunch of names?
It took me a second to realize what you were doing. Lights of the pace car are off.
Green flag flies. Jordan Blair gets the jump. Adam Baker looks to the inside. And he gets the move done on Brad Nelson. Noah Hubbard lets him in. I do a lot of things that surprise you, I've noticed.
Yeah. Single filed out here.
My frequent trips to the catch fence aren't one of them.
No, they're not.
9 cars on the lead lap. Christopher Shepard back on the lead lap.
Jordan Blair sets fastest lap at 15.791.
So one car, 1 lap down. That's Dave Billings in the 14 car, sitting 10th currently. Devin Lyons has retired from the race, and Justin Miller on pit road getting repaired. So Dave Billings continuing to fall, battling the Toyotas, and Brandon Willard in line. Noah Hubbard, or Luke Barnes, sorry, wrong Toyota. Luke Barnes gets loose off of 4. He's able to keep it straight side by side still with Brad Nelson. There's Brandon Willard trying to use the bumper.
Yeah, Brandon Willard's looking for his first win.
There he goes!
And he's trying to make it work. He's
3
up to
wide.
4th.
Caleb Hunt backs up, but here's Adam Holston. He looks ready to use the bumper on Luke Barnes. But Noah Hubbard up to 3rd.
Great move by Noah Hubbard.
Brad Nelson falling all the way back to 8th place in those couple of laps.
Baker still on the hunt for the 4.
There's the battle for the lead. Adam Holston gets the move done on Luke Barnes. Battle for 5th, hits the wall. Luke Barnes to the inside. That's battle for 5th continuing to grow. Crossover move. Adam Holston tries it, fails. Going into turn number 1. Get a camera on that battle for 5th. A great battle. The battle for 5th, Luke Barnes, Adam Holston. Adam Holston, the 77, he was fast earlier tonight in the street stocks, and that car is coming to him. Struggled in the first stint, but starts driving through the field now. But someone who hasn't had that go their way is Brad Nelson. He's fallen all the way back to 8th now. Caleb Hunt makes the move, and now he's under attack from Christopher Shepard.
And this caution, just kind of unfortunate there to the 33 of Brad Nelson. He's now down to 9th. Something's definitely wrong with that race car.
Burned up his tires driving up through the field. Other drivers saved their tires and was able to make the passes.
As you see here, closest battle we have on track right now is between these two drivers, 77 in the 04, 77 Devs down in the inside.
This battle continuing. Adam Holston, Luke Barnes, these two have been going at it since the drop of the green flag and almost uses the bumper.
Yeah, looking through the field here, Luke Barnes hard on the charge. He's currently the closest battle we have on track. We're halfway, so we switch from laps to go. 62 to go.
Very clean race from these drivers so far. Adam Holston defending from Noah Hubbard. Or Luke Barnes. Wrong Toyota. Jordan Blair pulling away from Adam Baker, 1.6 second gap for the lead. And Brandon Willard has made his way up to 3rd.
And looking through the rest of the grid, not a whole lot of action going on here. Everyone's very kind of separated out, which is good with 58 to go. Great for Jordan Blair because he has a comfortable lead as he gets real loose coming off of 4.
I think he's pushing the envelope a little bit, trying to grow his lead.
Could be.
Oh, Brandon Willard caught Adam Baker. Battle for 2nd.
There we go.
This is the luck Brandon Willard needs. Didn't have it in the street stocks, but here it is now in the late model stock tour.
They're coming here to 55 to go. Trying to look to see if he can do anything.
Brandon Willard to the inside, onto the apron to make the pass, and he's not going to be able to get it done. Adam Baker edges out in front. And now makes the move in turn 4, and here comes Noah Hubbard. Brandon Willard still using that apron. Contact! Adam Baker almost goes around off the nose of Noah Hubbard.
Matt, one of the Twin Otas battling hard here with a Chevy. That's a 22 of Adam Baker.
That's a Toyota.
Oh, it is a Toyota. Looked like one of the... It's one of the older... Yeah, same body. I'm blind. But we're trying to see if he can do anything.
Jordan Blair gets around Dave Billings and Brad Nelson. So Brad Nelson drops 1 lap down. Dave Billings 2 laps down. 8 cars on the lead lap. But here's the battle we're watching. Battle for 3rd. Adam Baker, Noah Hubbard.
Yeah, Adam Baker starting to fall back here.
There's the bumper. Noah Hubbard getting aggressive. Drops to the inside. Down to the apron. Side by side. door banging. I think Adam Baker still in the position. There's Noah Hubbard loose on the bottom. Noah Hubbard gets clear. Adam Baker uses the bumper. Caution flies.
There it is.
Second caution of the night.
I knew it was going to happen at some point.
And Noah Hubbard gets stuck.
What? Yeah,
Noah
contact
Hubbard
there.
gets stuck on the grass. And Noah Hubbard slides into the corner right in front of Adam Baker and just misjudges it. Adam Baker gets in. Around he goes. There's Noah Hubbard stuck.
Oh, that is devastating to the 04. Now he's 2 laps down. That is pretty much his race done right there.
Ooh. That was good racing.
I mean, there's not much you can do to come back from that.
Unfortunate way to end the race. But Jordan Blair has led the majority of this race from the drop of the green flag. Brad Nelson is going to get his lap, or not Brad Nelson, sorry. Brad Nelson gets his lap back. Dave Billings is currently sitting in line behind Brad Nelson. He's going to have to drop to the rear. But Brandon Willard moves up to 3rd position. Or up to 2nd. Adam Holston,
2nd.
3rd. Luke Barnes, 4th.
I'm not trying to jinx it, but could this be his night?
What a shakeup after that caution.
Could this finally be the night for Brandon Willard where he sneaks away with the win?
I don't know. Jordan Blair has been the class of the field this whole race.
It'll be interesting because I have high hopes for him. With 47 to go, Roscoe, who's your one to watch?
Do I go with the obvious answer?
I don't care. It's your one to watch.
I'm going to go with the 77 of Adam Holston. He's the 0-2 in the Street Stock Series as we get ready to go green. Adam Holston, 0-2 in the Street Stock Series, has a tough battle for the points lead, and here he is crawling his way through the field in the late model stock tour. And here he is sitting 3rd. Adam Holston is my one to watch.
My one to watch is the 99 of Brandon Willard. I feel like Jordan Blair's going to run with this thing, but I think Brandon Willard may have a shot. He's my one to watch.
So our ones to watch sitting 2nd and 3rd. Jordan Blair starting to drive away from the field. Already 6/10 lead. But our two ones to watch battling for 2nd. Adam Holston, Brandon Willard. So, Robert McKay, if you're in one of these late model stock cars, are you going to do what Brandon Willard is doing, try to use the apron to get some extra rotation? Or would you play it safe and run the banking like Adam Holston is in that 77?
That's a good question. Honestly, just go balls to the wall. Just go balls to the wall. That's what I would do at this point. It doesn't matter. It's 40 to go. If I'm Brandon Willard, I'm gunning it.
So you're using the apron then, trying to get as much out of the track as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw in the Street Stock Tour race that apron was causing quite a bit of issues, where drivers would go down in there and then get loose. But not as much in the late model stock race.
You're right, not as much, which is odd, but there are two very different cars to give credit where credit is due.
Two very different cars, yes, and a longer race. You don't need to be as aggressive in the beginnings of the race. And now we're going to see the tempers start to flare. Bumpers are going to be used, and Adam Holston makes the move on Brandon Willard, and now here comes Luke Barnes.
Oh, no, you may have been right. Let's see what happens here. Here comes the 04 of Luke Barnes, one of the Twin Otis down to the inside of the 99, lets him go. Brandon Willard down to 4th. Looks like my pick isn't doing so hot. Someone that is hot right now is Jordan Blair. 2.1 seconds ahead of Adam Holston. Coming to 35 to go.
90 laps in the books. Brandon Willard falls to 4th. Adam Holston moves up to 2nd. But a 2.3, 2.4 now second lead to Jordan Blair. Jordan Blair driving away with this. The class of the field. Now the race is for 2nd. Noah Hubbard still 1 lap down. Dave Billings 2 laps down. Brad Nelson in pit road getting repaired.
22 dogs down.
Adam Baker makes the move on Caleb Hunt. And he moves up to 5th position. So a couple race stats. 93 laps in the books. We've had 2 lead changes and 2 leaders. Jordan Blair put his number 4 position on pole position. Number 4 car on pole position. He led a good chunk of the first bit of the race. Brad Nelson comes charging through the field. Leads a couple laps. Jordan Blair overtakes to take the lead back. And he has yet to look back. Jordan Blair has been driving away since he retook the lead from Brad Nelson in the early stages of this race. A lot calmer of a race than we had a week ago at Richmond. And sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Sometimes that is a good thing. And it feels, honestly, feels weird with it being this quiet. Like, I'm used to, a ton of stuff, a ton of cautions. This is a nice kind of contrast. See the 77 trying to make something work here on the 84.
84, that's the 04.
Or the
Luke
04.
Barnes. This is the battle for 2nd. But yeah, not... Sometimes we need races like this where it's just an endurance test of drivers pushing their cars and themselves to the absolute limit to try and be the fastest. Not every race is supposed to be a side-by-side battle all the way to the checkered.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what uncommon tracks like Pocono are for. It's not a test of side-by-side action. It's a test of who has the best equipment and who's the best driver. It's a test of endurance. And this track, oddly enough, is racing like that, like Pocono, where it's a test of endurance. Jordan Blair pulling away from the field, but how long can he manage that lead before Luke Barnes starts to come back towards him? 4.7 gap to the leader already as Luke Barnes Dave Billings goes another lap down.
Yeah, it also depends on too how hard is Blair pushing, right? Is he giving it everything he has, or is he kind of chilling? And is Luke Barnes giving everything he has, or is he kind of chilling? A lot of unvariable factors that we just don't know.
The field spread out in the later stages of this race. 21 laps to go. You're looking at your leader, Jordan Blair, come off of turn number 4. And we have 20 laps to go. 2 cautions tonight. 1 competition caution, lap 45. 1 caution for incident involving The 004 of Noah Hubbard and the 33 of Brad Nelson. As Caleb Hunt loses the position, or Caleb Hunt gets passed by Noah Hubbard.
Yeah, and obviously that did not turn out well for both drivers. Obviously Noah Hubbard being a lap down there because of him getting stuck in the grass. You see him just a short while up the road. Currently Christopher Shepard gets put a lap down. Or 2 laps down, my mistake.
Well, that's single lap down.
Okay.
Single lap down for Christopher Shepard. 6 cars on the lead lap. Your last car on the lead lap is Caleb Hunt. Currently is just a short bit up the road. So there's Jordan Blair. That next car you saw right at the top right left of your screen before he disappeared, that is Caleb Hunt. You'll see him coming off of turn number 4 at the bottom of your monitor. There's Caleb Hunt. You just had your eyes on Jordan Blair. So that's the gap between the last car in the lead lap and the leader.
As you can see, I mean, it's not much. They're both in frame now.
There's Adam Baker, who was fast early this race. Or my mistake, that was Brad Nelson. That was Adam Baker who got involved in that accident with Noah Hubbard. My mistake on that one. But there's the battle for 6th, or for 5th, and the battle to stay on the lead lap. Caleb Hunt dives up the inside. Adam Baker, here comes Jordan Blair. Adam Baker gives it up. Caleb Hunt, not so much. Adam Baker dives into pit road.
Yeah, Adam Baker said, you know what, I'm done with this. The 19 lets him by, coming to 11 to go. Just 4 cars now are on the lead lap.
Those 4 cars are Jordan Blair, Luke Barnes, Brandon Willard, and Adam Holston. Luke Barnes able to get around Caleb Hunt. So there is 2 cars between our leader and second place. So on track goes Jordan Blair, and then right behind is the lap car of Caleb Hunt. Lap car of Adam Baker, and then that 04 of Noah Hubbard.
At what point is Luke Barnes you start? At what point is Luke Barnes you start losing hope? Like you're seeing this gap get bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people putting a lap down. At what point does the hope start to kind of slip away?
Drop of the green flag initially. I don't know where the hope is lost. It all depends. It all depends on the driver as well, as how optimistic they are.
For me, the hope is going to be lost with 2 to go. If caution doesn't come out when we hit 2 to go, then my hope is lost, because there's no way you can gain that much time in 2 laps, unless he makes a major mistake, which he hasn't yet.
Yeah, 6.5 second gap between our 2 leaders. And then 10 seconds back from our leaders, Brandon Willard. And then another 3 seconds back to Adam Holston.
Depending on how fast Jordan Blair can get this done, Adam Holston may get lap 2, coming to 5 to go.
Adam Holston is the next car on track for Jordan Blair to meet. So you're looking at Jordan Blair, and there's Adam Holston. So an absolute clinic by Jordan Blair.
By far the most dominant run we've seen so far this season. Coming to 3 to go. 77's going to be put a lap down. So only our top 3 will be on the lead lap.
Oh, that's not even bad. I did a Coke 600 where it was 2 cars on the lead lap at the end of the race.
77 not letting the 4 by, but he finds a way around. 2 to go. Jordan Blair. Oh my God, what a masterclass it's been. Leading a whole bunch of laps. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible. Coming to the white flag here. 1 lap to go. Presented to you by W Energy. You see here 118 laps, led by Jordan Blair. That's all going to come down to this. Coming out of 4, Jordan Blair wins at Langley, and this is his 3rd win on the season. What a race.
What a race indeed. Jordan Blair, win number 3. Luke Barnes, 2nd. Brandon Willard, 3rd. Here's the battle for 2nd.
Luke Barnes holds off Brandon Willard. Brandon Willard, first podium of the season so far.
That wasn't.
Oh, that wasn't?
That wasn't. That was Noah Hubbard.
Oh, the other Twinota. But this is Brandon Willard's first podium of
both series,
just here.
I believe.
Yeah, both series. What a race. All right. Let's take a look at your finishing results here, presented to you by Hudson Autoworks. Rosca, take us through.
Jordan Blair, win number 3 tonight. Luke Barnes, 2nd. Brandon Willard crawls back to 3rd. Adam Holston drives through the field to finish 4th, 1 lap down. Noah Hubbard, 5th. Caleb Hunt, 6th. Christopher Shepard finishing 7th. Adam Baker had a run towards the front, finishes 8th. Dave Billings, 9th. Brad Nelson led laps early this race. Has to come down towards pit road to get repairs. Doesn't come out. Devin Lyons finishing 11th. Justin Miller finishing 11th. And Devin Lyons finishing 12th. Rounds out our 12-car field tonight. Whew.
All right. Now time for some post-race interviews. For the first time this season, coming to the booth for the first time is Brandon Willard. Brandon Willard, congratulations on your first podium of the season. How does it feel?
Well, definitely thought we should have had a few earlier in the season. We just kept making so many mistakes, but definitely feels good. Langley's a track that I have circled on my calendar. I love this place. Always felt like I get around Langley pretty good, and with 125 laps and no additional tires, I knew this was going to come down to who saved into the best, but also you can't fall too far back in the field because some of these guys are really good at managing both, and I'm not the best at managing both because I feel like I got to go a little bit slower to save my equipment, and I feel like we had a really good car. Felt like I was dropping too far back, so I ran a little harder after the competition caution and realized, man, I think everyone was kind of fearful that they may blow a tire. So I kind of dropped off again, lost a few spots. And then when we got around the, I think it was the 4 or whoever it was, we got around the 77 too of Adam Holston. And at that point, I wanted the caution, but I didn't want to risk losing spots. So I'm happy with 3rd. We made it in one piece, so we didn't blow a tire. So just any time you can finish on the podium is a good night.
Yeah, exactly, and especially the way you did it. Not that you earned it. You didn't kind of stumble your way into the top 3. You earned it. So congratulations and go celebrate.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. See you later. All right, now finishing in the 2nd position is Luke Barnes. So let's bring him in.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
I keep forgetting about that. Well, I mean, another podium for you. How does it feel?
Feels good. Just want to get one spot better, hopefully, in the near future.
Yeah, then you will really be the best there is. Yeah, great finish here at Langley. One of 3 cars not only on the podium, but also on the lead lap. Came down to tire management. How did those tires handle for you tonight?
Honestly, I felt like my tires were great compared to usually when I run here. I usually get just so tight I can't even hang on. So I was pretty happy with my tire saving. Definitely going to work on that more in the future. I usually struggle with that.
Yeah, well, improvement is important. So go celebrate that 2nd place, and hopefully next week you'll be 1 place better. See you then.
Yeah, thank you.
And last but certainly not least, with his 3rd win on the season, please welcome Jordan Blair into the booth.
What's up, guys?
All right, 3rd win of the season, absolute domination. I mean, I have nothing to say. Such a dominating win here at Langley.
Yeah, happy to get back to a real short track for these cars. Like I feel like the other stuff's almost like super speedway racing. This is kind of where I'm used to running, even though this is actually my worst track. Like legitimately, like I am never good here, but just happened to be tonight, I guess.
That's what Roscoe, who won the street stock race, that's exactly what he said. He said that this was one of his worst tracks.
Christopher Shepard won
Yeah.
earlier tonight.
Yeah, Christopher Shepard in the late model race said this is one of his worst tracks too. So it must be a running theme tonight that if you're really bad at this place, you're going to dominate and win.
It's super hard on tires, man, and it's just like on your right front tire, and it just gets tighter and tighter. And I just kind of managed it and tried to dip across the apron at the right time and kind of get it up on the right rear, and try to balance my tires out so it didn't get super hot on the front. And it just seemed to work out. Like I was like, man, I feel like I'm going a little hard here, but nobody ever like showed anything on a restart, so I guess I saved enough.
Yeah, you did. Well, go dominate such and go dominate. Go celebrate such a dominating race win, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Well, that'll do it tonight. Rosca, who is your driver of the night?
I gotta go with the 77 or the 02 of Adam Holston. He finished third in the Street Stock Series, was one of the front runners throughout that entire race. And he crawls back to a fourth place finish tonight in the late model stock race. So excellent finishes for both of his races tonight. I think Adam Holston is our driver of the day.
My driver of the day is the 99 of Brandon Willard. I mean, managed his stuff well and came home with his first podium of the season. That's my driver of the day. Well, that does it for us here at Langley. It's been a fun race. We will see you next week for... What is next week? That's a great question.
I hope it's Charlotte. I'm ready
It's
for
Bristol. No, not Bristol. Let's see. I could tell you where these guys are going. They're going to USA International. That's going to be a tough one. We'll see you then.